The 7th race of the AARO Logitech National Tour will be at Dover. For the Dover 100, AAA pole goes to Ricky Green and the number 34 Renesi Racing Ford. But before we take the green, here's Jace Roy in the 69 blowing up on the back straightaway. Tough break for him as this is coming to the green flag, and Roy has had a very tough season so far in this series and is obviously not going to continue. Here at Dover, as Ricky Green takes the green flag, there's Gala Lemon to his outside, the winner at Bowman Gray, and then we have the two JN development cars 3-4. Here's points leader Matt Myers in the 12 car, and he is currently running in the back of the field and trying to work his way up. Early in this one here at Dover, as Gala Lemon has taken the second spot away from Aaron Parker in the 16, who took it after that first lap. As you see, the top 3 or 4 have split away from the field, and this would actually set up a battle for the lead between Lemon and Ricky Green as they catch up on Chip McGee in the 04. And the 04 cuts off the 0 a little bit there, but no harm caused there by the slow car of Chip McGee. They catch up on Ken Morgan in the 59, who is also a slow car, as Aaron Parker is going to use that to his advantage and take the lead, maybe not. Oh, there he goes. Ken Morgan slides up the racetrack, and this is going to have Gala Lemon fall to third. But Ricky Green slots into second. And here's Ken Morgan holding up Lemon some more, and that has allowed Jordan Tipson in the 26 to catch up as well. And Ken Morgan given a warning by the officials for that one. As we see, Chip McGee gets turned on lap 12, calls our first caution of the race. He was turned by Franco Gonzalez, collects Jason Carter in the 46 as well, but Chip McGee spun around on the front straightaway, will continue on, unfortunately, but Chip McGee very slow on the racetrack, probably shouldn't be out here, and that car taken into the inside wall, but would continue on. So tough start for the 04 car. As we see, after they take the yellow flag, two teammates get into each other. That's Landy Heath and Michael Craig in the 32, both very high in points, and I don't know what that was all about, but here comes the rest of the field flying in there, and they're all going to get some damage after, well, just doing what they do best and running into each other. And tough break for, well, not really a tough break because they did it to themselves, but all these guys have some major or minor damage after that little stack up, and that would ruin their cars. On the restart, Aaron Parker leads Ricky Green in second. There's Gala Lemon, who has found her way back to third. Chip McGee in the 04, very slow on the restart, but does a great job of getting out of the way of everybody. Runs it way high in 3 and 4. And the 04 car will actually do a wonderful job of getting out of the way of everybody. Ken Morgan in the 59 cannot say the same, as he's caused Michael Craig and Matt Myers in the 12 with some trouble, but eventually does get out of the way a lap later. More slow cars get into each other on lap 21. That's Robert Biggs in the 67 turning Griffin Sharp in the 95. Up into the outside wall goes Sharp, and he will continue on. Not too much damage done to that 95 car as they go 3 by with Damian Miller, one of the JN development cars, who has got some damage from the last caution, but there goes this 95 as these guys race back to the yellow flag. On the restart, I believe that's still Aaron Parker in the lead. Yes, it is, as they round 1 and 2. 16 car would relinquish the lead. However, just one lap later, Ricky Green underneath him, and there's Ken Morgan in the 59 already going another lap down. Robert Biggs in the 67 in there as well, and looks like Ken Morgan bounces off the wall and off a couple cars, spins out, and on lap 41, our third caution of the day would fly. Landy Heath in the 22 gets spun. I believe Matt Myers was in there, but weird wreck as Ken Morgan bounced off like 20 different things, goes for a spin, and Landy Heath, who has a competitive race car every weekend, goes for a spin, and these guys would all continue on. On the restart, Ricky Green is still your leader. A couple tail end of the lead lap guys in front of him. Rachel Gardner in the 82 is in second after pit stops, and looks like Green dives to the inside of those tail end cars, and he's going to get a giant lead off the restart here. Casper Bristow in the 41 currently sitting third, but he gets turned by Cindy Sylvester, who has won 2 races so far this year, and on lap 50, the 30 car dumps the 41 into the inside wall very hard, and I believe the 41 would continue on, but a tough break for him. He's actually running very well. Sylvester just got a little too aggressive there. On the restart, more pit stops would occur, and it's Rachel Gardner in the lead. Valine Click, Gayla Lemon's teammate, currently sits second in that 0-0. And then we have Jordan Tipton running third, but Valine Click, slow start for her as we see more slow cars getting into each other on lap 57, go for a spin. None of them would retire, but these guys definitely hurting the race a little bit here, as Chip McGee actually had a pretty hard hit in that 04 car. On the restart, after more pit stops, Luke Lanigan is your leader, Casper Bristow's teammate, and he has Seth McGuire behind him, and I believe that's Michael Craig in the third too behind him. Landy Heath gets turned once again on lap 63, and he goes up the field and almost gets turned over, collects Gayla Lemon and Gerard Miller. There's the 96 of Franco Gonzalez, and that one you could just smell coming as the 22 slid up the racetrack into Sylvester. Nick Kelly in the 20 may have got a piece of that, but Gayla Lemon gets the worst of this one and would retire from the race in the 0 Trojan Chevrolet. On the restart, it'd be Luke Lanigan leading still, Seth McGuire in second, and well, we have Chip McGee going around once again, but the official just said screw it, we're not throwing the yellow for this guy, and there would be no interruption in the race this time, as the 02 car continuing to lead Seth McGuire, and these two have broken away from the rest of the field, and they're catching up on Ken Morgan in the 59, who looks like he accepted his warning very well, out of the way for these guys, but this allows Seth McGuire to get up to the back bumper of the 02 car, and it looks like London Franklin in the 45 has caught these guys along with Ray Davis in the 66 car, and it's now a 4-car battle for the lead, but London Franklin is underneath the... no, he's not underneath the 39, but that would be all it for the 39 as he fall back to 4th a couple laps later, and Franklin moves up to 2nd and eventually 1st as he gets around Luke Lanigan in the 02 car with the help of lap car Cindy Sylvester. Lots of lap traffic in front of these guys, and they're getting through it very well, and the 45 car continuing to lead the field. Chip McGee in the 04 gets turned again on lap 97 by Tyrone Lamar down the racetrack. The 04 goes and slammed into by Franco Gonzalez, and a bunch of other cars get involved. This would end the race, so the race back to the line would be, but oh, and more trouble in front of them. The race back to the line is going to determine the winner. Taking a look at Franco Gonzalez and a bunch of these guys. Damian Miller in there, Robert Biggs, Ken Morgan just goes in there at full throttle, and again, Damian Miller, and there's Ken Morgan at full speed just plowing into the wreck. And the leaders are going to make their way around this one. As we see, these are the top 4. Can they make it around the wreck? Seth McGuire to the outside. It's going to be Seth McGuire in the lead at the line. If he can hold it for the rest of these pace laps, Seth McGuire with a fantastic move will win this race. London Franklin feels absolutely screwed out of this one. Taking a look at Ray Davis, who is running 4th, and he gets into Chip McGee. But London Franklin very mad on the radio after this one. He will lose this race after leading on the final lap. Seth McGuire wins the Dover 100 in a very odd way, and he will take his first career win.